guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Life Like Bunny. I am Bunny, the life that is of. I've got another video for you guys. If you've not read the title, today's video is me doing of what will appear to be the opposite, but it's the same thing I've been doing all along. In this video, I'm defending mixed people, okay? So, in defense of mixed people and their quadroon poems, I think they have a point. Oh Lord, I'm going to be the contrarian. I already got called contrarian, but that's not new. I've always been called contrarian since I was a baby. So like, you're not doing anything new, internet. Today's video, like I said, I'm defending mixed people and their quadroon poetry because I think they exist in a very, very, very special window of reality, and none of us are actually giving them leeway or trying to understand them. We just think they're being silly, and yeah, they're being a little bit silly, yes, but they have a point in a way. Okay, so I try to understand it from this perspective. Like, there's people who are like, you know, racist motherfuckers, like really hardcore racist, KKK, not, you know, somebody just being a little bit of a twat and being insensitive to you because of your race. That is different. But I'm talking about like actual gonna hang you KKK type of bad. Them motherfuckers, the one thing they will hate the most is racial mixing. They hate racial mixing. They fucking think that is like the devil itself, basically. It's like they're to some degree okay with me existing, okay? They're okay with blackness existing because you know what? They are not going to go kill they will try, but they can't possibly kill and exterminate all the Africans and all the black people that exist. So to some degree they have to be okay with me existing, motherfucker, because you can't get rid of me. But then they see mixed people existing as some sort of an abomination or some sort of great betrayal, and it's like they get anger and venom and like all this bullshit gets directed to the mixed kid. It's like if we're walking on the street to these people, they're more likely to ignore me, but then go and push their venom and their hatred towards the mixed kid because they see that, as I said, as the biggest betrayal. And I do believe that is where most of their quadroonary poems come from, because it's like there is, as black people, we know and we understand what it's like to be hated. You feel it when you go somewhere where there's not a lot of black people and these people are not being kind. You can feel those prickingness, okay? But I can't possibly understand what it feels like for somebody to just despise your existence and see it as a betrayal. It's like they want to immediately exterminate and just extinguish your life. I really hope I make sense, okay? I feel like racism, racist people extra hate mixed race people. And that's why when I say mixed race people are not black, I don't mean you don't experience racism because you experience your own special kind of type of racism because you are specifically half black. That's why. But also it's because you are half white, so you do get to experience this weird, because otherwise there would not be a difference between you and I. But the fact there is a difference, this is the reason why. This is the reason why. All those bad vibes that you're getting, all those bad feelings that you're getting, it's precisely because you are mixed, and motherfuckers don't like that you exist because you represent to some degree love between races. Okay? Because unless, you know, it's through forceful conception, but we cannot say that. So by default, we're going to assume that most mixed people, you know, you were there because of love. That's what I'm going to assume in my weird woody-nelly blabber world. I assume it's love. And I know in most cases it's not, but that's what I assume. And that representation of love and bridging that barrier between like these propaganda that we've been taught, like a white person, whether they like it or not, they're propagandaed into dehumanizing the other races, okay, into just being a bit of dickheads. And then black people were also kind of treated and taught to be very skeptical of these people because they really are going to put your life in risk and danger without thinking, because they're not thinking about race, as they like to say. They don't see it. And then somehow you, a mixed person, being literally an in-between of those two, is like you're somehow some magical cure. That's what people think and see subconsciously. And the powers that be, or the people who are wanting to hold on to their racist beliefs and racist values, extra hate you people. And that's where your quadroon poetry comes from. It's just a wish that energy did not get targeted towards the black community only. I wish that slam poetry also got performed in your white people's families. But it's only black people who get to feel that uncomfortableness. And I'm not saying there's not black people who are also anti-racial mixing. Yes, they are. Like, there'll be people who you never thought were racist, or you never thought ever had any racial issues with any other group of people. But when you try to tell them that about racial mixing, and you start to talk about different races mixing and having kids and creating mixed kids, then the racism jumps out. It's like your trigger a part of racism in people that you don't even understand. That's why I'm half slave master comes from. You exist in a quandary, like Schrodinger's cat. And I understand that sucks to exist in that world, and I think that is why you all need to create your own culture, your own reality. Usually, I think people should go out of their way to date different races, because, you know, staying in your in-group can only make your ideas smaller. You need to kind of branch out. However, with mixed people, I actually advocate for them to date each other, because you can actually create a group of like-minded people who understand you, because only you understand you. Nobody's going to make fun of your quadroon poems when you're making them in a group full of only mixed people. In fact, they're going to understand and laugh along. But the white people are just going to use it as an excuse to be racist, and then the black people make fun of you because you really do sound ridiculous. Mixed people you need to create your own culture and not only solely rely on the black culture. Create your own in-between. And I know in America it's like Creole culture is the next best thing, but I'm talking about a modern version that you outwardly claim. Because I think life is hard for you. I genuinely believe life is bare hard for mixed people, and I think it is, like, however much privilege they like get for being mixed and whatever colorism benefits they might end up if they are light-skinned or whatever, all the benefits they can get for being mixed, yeah, and having access to a white family, money or whatever, I still think it must really suck and hurt to exist in this quandary reality where your actual family members are racist to you, or you don't know today if they're going to be racist or tomorrow they're going to be kind. But that's in your home, you can't leave. And if you do leave, you decide to lose a family member. That is the next option. I completely understand how painful that must be. And I really don't know what to do for you all. Like, I don't think it's up to you to even fix it, because the people shouldn't have had mixed kids if they haven't figured out their issues. They really should. Like, like mixed kids shouldn't be having any racial problems, any internalized identity issues, because their parents should have fixed it before they gave birth to them. They should have fixed it. That's another reason why I'm just trying to make this video so much and debate about it, because I am married to a white man, and I know if I have kids, they're going to be mixed kids, and it does not matter if they're exactly my skin tone and they look like me, they're still half white children, and they need to understand that and not take up space for only black people. That is not okay. I hope we get each other, guys. That's it for today's video. Do not forget to like it, comment your thoughts. What did you think? I tried not to piss you off, people, today. Eat pussy, suck dick, and everything in between you. The sun that shines in my tushy, in my pussy. She said, I'm a real life fae. You're a real life.